Okay, y'all. This is Calvin with I didn't rename it, but I just gave it a different pronunciation. You and I verse. Yeah, universe. You and I verse. Uh Kind of getting started kind of late because my dear wife got me up early this morning and took me out, y'all, for Father's Day. Had a great time. We just getting back. And so I figure I better get this thing done. I want to wish every father, every grandfather a happy Father's Day. And those of you who are mothers and grandmothers who stood in the role of father as well, I wish the same to you. And a happy Father's Day to everybody. All right. So we're gonna get started, and I got a. I'm gonna use a different Bible. My sister, my younger sister, bought me this uh, Bible cover, and it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That's Jeremiah 29:11. So I'm gonna be, getting a verse from this book. And of equal importance is that my oldest sister, she bought me the Bible, and it says presented to Calvin Bernard Gant by Patricia Gant Edge. And this is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Continue to be steadfast and unmovable in that which the Lord and steadfast and immovable in the work of the Lord, for you know your labor will not be in vain in the Lord. So thanks to both of y'all and my middle sister too. I know you love me. So I'm gonna open this book up, close my eyes, pick a passage, read it, and then interpret it. So my eyes are closed. I open up the book. I point, and this is Ezra 6:15. Ezra 6:15. And said unto him, take these vessels, go, carry them into the temple that is in Jerusalem, and let the house of God be builded in his place. And said unto him, take these vessels, go, carry them into the temple that is in Jerusalem, and let the house of God be builded in his place. Wow. Um, I don't know what the vessels are. And you guys know I'm gonna find out, right, and get back with you next week in terms of what they are. What I'm seeing though is that basically what Ezra, I mean God said to Ezra, is to take these vessels and carry them to the temple in Jerusalem and let the house of God be builded in his place. And so what it's saying in essence is that you're building the house of God, and in Jerusalem, that's been pointed out to you that it's going to be in Jerusalem, which is supposed to be the holy city. Uh, and Ezra is saying, and build his church in his place, you know, let the house of God be builded in his place. And so all things belong to who, y'all? And so everything is God's, right? But the fact of the matter is that God has allowed us to enjoy and employ everything that he has given to us. And so we want to do something for God is going to be in his place where he has ordained it to be. And it doesn't matter where that is in the world because it's all his place, right? And so wherever you are, it doesn't matter where you are. You're in God's place and we need to act accordingly. Everything that we do, we need to understand that we're in God's place, and I know for a fact that wherever I stand, anywhere in the world, I'm standing in God's place. And I need to treat it accordingly, treat the people in that place accordingly, treat the animals, the trees, the birds, and the bees in that place in the way that God would have me treat it. You know what I mean? And what way is that? We learned that last week, the way we want to be treated. You know what I mean? And so it's a wonderful thing. I'm sitting here looking out at this land and the trees and the vegetables. So you know what I'm saying, and the grass and just the sky and all that I can see. And I know that this is God's place, and He has given me and my wife an opportunity to care for it. And I want to extend that and to tell all of you, wherever you are right now, you're in God's place. We need to act like it. You know what I mean? And wherever you go, you're in God's place, and we need to act like it. So whatever vessels you're bringing, if it's your consciousness, your thoughts, food, clothing, whatever it is that you're bringing to build God's church, is going to be in God's place. You know what I mean? And so the church is God's, and it doesn't have to be, a place of worship. It can be standing next to a tree. You can make that your church. Make that God's church. And so again, happy Father's Day to everybody. I appreciate y'all waiting to hear this. You know what I'm saying? And I just love y'all, and have a really, really wonderful week. Have a really wonderful week. And wherever you find yourself, you know where you are. You know whose place you're in. All right. So I talk to y'all next week. All right.